You can hear me now? Yep. Alright, cool. Make sure I put the speakers. What's good, Kira? Welcome to stream, my brother. Well, good morning. Good morning. Yo, let me know if you see a difference in the stream. I have it on low latency again. I also changed some settings on the on OBS and everything as well. Alright, so for the most part, for everything that I looked through, everything already made the move. But I'll go over it again on the stream. It is also Friday, so keep that into consideration. So AUD NZD, we're looking for price to go down. Gave us good entry at 7 p.m. about, then going down. AUD USD, it's consolidating. We're looking for price to go down on this as well. Right now we're just in the consolidating zone right now. What I would like to see is for price to start trending below the 50. Possibly get an entry here. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on actually. CAD JPY is one that we still have on to go down. Right. Only thing I don't like about this is if we just look at structure, right? Like what type of structure we're making and where we're at. I had this on because I wanted to explain it. I just don't like where we're at in this pattern. The fact that we went right back to peak high territory, right? If we just look at what's happening in the last day, 2 days and a half, right? It's consolidation, broke out of consolidation, gave us a double top, broke out of it, gave us this retest now to continue going down, right? We could see that. But the other thing I could see as well is this could turn into that type 1 pattern or type 3 pattern where price breaks out, goes to 50% of consolidation, right? Which let's say it would be somewhere here where this line is. And if you notice, price went below the 50 and then went right back up. So I wouldn't feel comfortable taking this trade until we break below these lows. If we make new lows and we get a little pullback on that, I'll feel a lot more comfortable taking this trade. Because right now all of this zone could be a fake out for this to continue going up. It could do something like this. Right now it's doing this. Let's actually count the wick. Right? It could do something like this. Right? Ideally, we would want to see something like this happening, where we have a retest and we just continue going down. Right? This is the ideal situation. Obviously, it would be ideal as well, just based on where we are in the pattern, right? In the market cycle. Right, in the 4 hour we could see high, higher, low, higher, high, higher, low. You know, if you want to count this little higher, high, higher, low, higher, high, and it isn't until we get here. We made it equal low, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, and then it broke. Gave us a higher high, but it gave us a lower high in the 4 hour external structure. And then this came down and retested the zone. And then went back up and gave us another green candle. So even in the 4 hour, I could still see that fake out. And the fact that we're in peak high territory, I'm just going to, this might be one that'll be a lot easier to just pass on, other than trading it. Regardless, right? I think I would be taking this trade if it wasn't peak high territory. Because again, just the fact that we could see these two things happening, and the fact that we're in peak high territory, and also not to mention that even the BOSs gave us a change of character and an uptrend. It's not the best one to keep an eye on. The next one was Euro NZD. Euro NZD already made the move, right? Let me see something else. Technically speaking, we're in a downtrend anyway. Yeah, so it already made the move. So we have all this traffic down here. So a good entry would have been this lower low, lower high, and then continue going down. Euro USD, same situation. Already started moving. I want to see something. Way past it as well. Wow. Alright, and we're still downtrending, so until we don't see a change of character, I won't be trading this. GJ, we're still looking at it. Would like to see, you know, downtrends, but again, we're in peak high territory. Few things going on here. Like there's, if we this boxes should be up here. If we look, right, all these candles never close below the zone. Realistically, they've just been testing the zones that were the zone that we're supposed to be looking for, and it's just been consolidating here. So with that being said, I don't see anything clear here on GJ. High, higher, low, higher, high, lower, low, higher, high, higher, low. So this one isn't really the best one to keep an eye on, especially not for a Friday. USD CHF was the next one. Right, USD CHF, we're looking for price to go up, and it gave us exactly that, gave us a retest, and then continued to go up. NZD USD was the next one. Again, there's another one where, you know, we're still looking for a change of character to go to the top side. Right now we're still downtrending. Right, gave us this high, gave us this low. Yeah, we can see that price in the beginning of the day started consolidating, broke out of that range, right, and it looks like we're on that retest of the high, which will be here. Would this be a trade I'm taking? Let's break it down again. We're at the low of consolidation, looking for safety trades to start going up and giving us that push to the top. 4 hours, we're still in a complete downtrend, but we are at the bottom of the trend to go up. Right, so then again, if we use 15-minute breaks, we're still technically in a downtrend. We had the break, gave us this low and this high. Started the day with consolidation, broke out of it. Right, it wasn't until here, right, that we broke, and then price starts coming down now. Look at this on the 15. Just want to see something. Right, we had again consolidation, small zone, broke out, and just continued to trend above. And it isn't until now that we started making lower highs and lower lows. This could be a retest of the zone. Right, this could be a retest of here. My only thing would be now is pretty much keep an eye on this little zone and see if price ends up closing above. Reason being, we're rejecting that high right now. Right, going to the bottom, we don't really have clean traffic, right? We have a stop here, we have a stop here, we have a stop here, but going up, we have clean traffic all the way up here. We'll keep an eye on NZD USD. We'll see what we could do on that. We'll break it down. Gold, we're looking for it to continue going down, but I wanted to continue to look at silver as well. Silver, Failed to break a new low. Let me see. No, I made a new low already right here. So that's why this is already off the chart for me. Movement and volume too. Yeah, we'll look at the Forex factory real quick and see if there's anything. If there's news or something like that, I haven't even looked yet, so that I should do that next. I'm definitely not gonna trade if that's what's the case. SPX, we're looking for a change of character, but it continued to go up, so that's why I'm not looking at this. GCAD. We're waiting for a 4-hour candle closure, but I kinda couldn't stay up, but it did exactly what it needed to do. Right here, it failed to break below the lows. We're waiting for a 4-hour candle to see if it will close below, if it would continue to stay in the zone. It ended up staying in the zone, and then it started trending. So where our entry would have been here, we're waiting for 20 candle to close. So this 20 candle closure, right, it stayed above, gave us a higher low. This would have been the entry. Definitely would have been the entry, or we could have waited and wait for a higher high, higher low. This could have been the entry down here to continue going up. So GBP CAD was just a missed opportunity, you know, just based on the fact that I was not awake for that, but it did exactly what it needed to do. So this one was a really good one to keep an eye on. SAR also was a really good entry opportunity using our fib. We had the low to the high, right? We were looking for a new high to be made, right? So our entry would have been, literally our entry would have been, if we wanted to be impatient and literally just enter as soon as price gets into the zone, we would have been in drawdown a few pips, right? But if we wanted to be a little bit more patient, we would have waited for this move to happen, higher high, higher low, back into the zone. So this would have been the entry to then continue going up, and our TP would have been here. So yeah, we would have missed a few pips, right? But securing what we know we could have secured, we would have secured this high to the entry, literally. So missed out on 100 pips on this. There are big impact news at NY session open RBAT. So ZAR did the move today, which was good, right? And everything makes sense, right? We're in V2, 50 EMA, 50 fib, BOS, like everything everything made sense here. So USD ZAR was another missed opportunity just based on the time that it moved. And silver, again, silver, we're expecting a new low to be made, and it gave us the new low. Also with our fib, if we would have been using fib on this, we would have most likely been taken out. But this wasn't an entry for the fib anyway, because if we would have used just the previous high, which was this one, right, we would have been hit out by a few pips. Even then, right here, it didn't really give us a clean entry opportunity. Right here, we would have just been entering based off the fact that price was consolidating, and then it shot up in the zone. It's like, alright, whatever, it took us out. But again, the best entry off of this would have just been wait for the break of the low, which happened here. Little retest of these zones, it made this little support resistance, would have entered here. Stop loss would have been above this, and then price continued to go down. So wouldn't have been a bad trade on this one. Same situation with gold, pretty much, right? Broke out of the low, created a support resistance, failed to break above. That would have been an entry. Stop loss above this zone, and then continued to go down. So pretty much only two pairs. So let's take a look at this real quick. Before we do this, let's go to Forex Factory. Right, 8:30 we have CAD and USD news. So that's pre-market. And then 10:30, 10 and 10:30 we have medium impact CAD and USD. So we could expect USD and CADs to move a lot today. So I want to take a look at three pairs. So USD, and I'm gonna look at CAD, JPY, and GJ. So let's take a look at NZD, USD. NZD, USD continues to fail to break below these lows. 6 pips. I forgot how to reset my computer and fucking everything closed. So let's see. We'll take a look at every single pair. We'll start from the top. AU. Alright, so AU, starting from the top where we are, right? If we could say, we'll say it this way: if we're at the bottom of consolidation in a downtrend, wouldn't be the safest entry. If we're at the bottom of consolidation in an uptrend, which could be ideal, right? This would be looking good for an uptrend. Now we have 2 months of drop. This third month has given us a new low, so we could take that into consideration. We have a week of drop. This week looks like we're going to be ending on a second week of drop, which we could also take into consideration, knowing the fact that next week, right, we'd have to make a new low. So already knowing, going into next week, I already know that AUD USD will be a good pair to look for. So knowing that we need to make new lows, right, there's not a lot of more movement, right? Another thing I want to take into consideration would be where our BOSs would be, right? So in the 4 hour, you would be expecting price to push up a little bit before we continue to go down. So if today price decides to go up and give us a pullback, we already know next week we'll start off with a drop. So if price reaches at least the 50 the 50 fib, we'll know that price will go down. So let's take a look at this like this real quick. Right, this was a BOS in the 1 hour, and price right now is just respecting those ones. So in the 30, the same thing. We had higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, higher low, lower high, lower low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Right now there's no clear structure for me here. Our price here, we could just tell, is consolidating. So this is one of those things where do we wait? Right, we'll go back to trading view. Do we wait for small change of character? Because technically our change of character happened here for a downtrend. Gave us this high, gave us this low, and price has just been consolidating in that 50 zone, right? In just half of this zone that's being made. And knowing that there's USD news, I don't know. CAD JPY, let's see. CAD JPY had pretty clean structure without the fact that I'm not looking at this. I'm gonna get myself confused. This is the one that's in peak high territory, so that's it. That's the killer of that. There's no more to know about this. Literally, we're in peak high territory. If this was anywhere else, structure would have been a little bit more clean in the sense of this little wick move that it made down here. I would have been a lot more comfortable taking this trade going down, right? So lower low, lower high. This could have been the entry up here, or even this one, right, when we were looking at it. Then continue going down, but we'll skip that. Alright, we're skipping it because we're in peak high territory on there. Same as GJ. GJ is in peak high territory. We have pretty much 2 days, right? Yesterday and pretty much today, where price is just moving sideways. It's not really making any clear moves, right? We have high, low, high, low, high, lower low, and then higher high. So once we make lower lows and higher highs in the same exact move, what is there to look at here? Right, I see this zone where price is failing to break. It's been pretty much in this zone for the last 2 days. Clean traffic at the top, we don't really have any, right? Our clean traffic will be at the bottom, but we know that price just broke daily BOS. We know we're expecting a pullback, but we're getting a consolidation instead of a pullback. So that could also tell me that price is getting ready to go up based on the fact that we had a BOS at the top. We had a BOS at the top starting the week, so this happened like Monday or Tuesday, and the fact that we are Thursday, Friday, and has been just consolidating after that BOS, I could be expecting price to push up. And we have 2 more zones up here. We have 186 as a BOS, and then we have 191 as a gap in the daily time frame. So realistically speaking, peak high territory, I don't want this to continue going up, and I won't be taking those trades going long. But if I get a clear opportunity to enter going short, then I'll take those trades. But right now, the fact that we are feeling a break below these lows as well, everything is telling me this is ready to start going up. So that's why I'm not looking at GJ. Also, I just want to clear as well the fact that US 30, S&P, and NAS and USD ZAR are all going up right now. That 8:30 news is going to be crazy. I know that for a fact. So I want to take that into consideration. Looking at USD JPY, right, again, this is another one that we had a little change of character here. Boom, gave us this high, gave us this low, pullback, continue trend. But I want to see a steeper pullback. See if we mark it up like this. High gave us this low. This low gave us a change of character. Right, change of character gave us this high. Gave us this low to work with. Dollar index might show some bullish push to fill the gap after the retest. Which one? How do I see the dollar? What is the what's the what's the dollar index? Is it this one? DXY. That's what I thought. DXY. Assuming it would be this one. Badass gap over here. And we have a gap over here as well. You have two gaps here at the top side on DX. This is futures? What the fuck is the one I'm supposed to be looking at? Well, it's probably because I had it on. Probably because I had it on the wrong one. You're right. Capital One is the best one, or is it TVC? I don't remember. I haven't looked at fucking Capital. Alright. Let's lock in. Let's see. We have same situation, literally the exact same trends. Okay. This one doesn't really have that gap though. It has this gap up here. Right here. Okay. Then we have a gap up here as well. Okay, so could be expecting this to push up. We also have 1, 2, gave us a third day already. But we also have a gap connected to an imbalance down here, and this would be the zone where we would want price to go to. It's technically this whole team geared. These whole move. Alright, so news I could be expecting to push down actually. I'm not gonna lie to you. You start noticing, right? We're still trading between these zones. We had this break, gave us this high, gave us this low, or gave us this low, gave us this high, right? This high broke recently with this green candle. So now we're trading between this low, right? Technically speaking, we're trading between this low and this high. Right? So, dude, fuck. If dollar index melts, then there is a high probability that gold will go bullish. They correlate a lot. So if dollar goes down, gold goes up. Is that what you're saying? Okay, it's good to know. Okay. With that being said, right, we could see that happening because a previous break that happened here, which was a change of character to start going up. And then if we even use our fib here, right, we were in that zone to look for buys. Got in our zone, it wasn't until here that would have been a valid entry. Then continue going up. So then internal structure for this would be the exact same, would be a consolidation, little range here, broke out, now it's giving us low, lower highs to continue going down. That's what it looks like. So we'll take a look at, I need your fib settings. It's honestly just the 50, 0.5 and 0.68. 0.5 and 0.68. That's all I use. This is to get like those smaller entries. Okay, so we'll take 1 second. I got you. So again with AU. Highs on the 200 EMA. We're looking for price to push above that. We had an imbalance, which is that red candle going down. Price pushed up already to it. Disrespected this low break. Price went above it already twice. The next one will be here, and price is still hasn't reached it yet. It's been rejecting. We have that entire zone of resistance, which we also had at the bottom. So this just looks like a split zone of consolidation to me. And right now we're in the middle of it. What else can I see? That's pretty much it. And then at the end of the day, we just have high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And right now we have an equal high. So gonna wait it out, see what they want to do. What a Bitcoin, oil, problem with NZD USD is just where we're at. How this looks. This looks identical to AUD USD. And if I use the same logic, on this that we're using on AU, then this would just be a whole zone of consolidation, and we're still looking for downtrends. That's my problem with these pairs right now, is that even marking them up like this shit makes fucking 0 sense to me. I'm not gonna say 0 cents. But it gets a lot more fucking difficult looking at this, yo. It really does. Because everything is lining up, right? We already made new lows compared to AU. Right? AU we haven't made new lows, but with this one we have. But these zones of consolidation are literally right on top of each other. I don't like that shit. Right? Because then external structure, we still have lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. So it's like, fuck, dude, what the fuck am I looking at? Right? Even in the 4 hour, at 1 point, external, high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and right now we're just in the middle between the fucking zones. So then again, it's like, we look at what's happening right now. You know, if we were looking at this for an uptrend, all of this will make sense, right? We had, it gave us a pullback, but we're still making in the pullback high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high. We would just be in that lower low section right now. And it's creating this little zone. Right at the bottom of the zone, we had obviously a little change of character, but it's still lower low, lower high, lower low. It's not until we break here. So that's why I really don't want to take these trades. Like, you know, being super patient and being super picky. You know, especially how we are in the markets right now, where nothing is really as clear as it could be, you know. Especially this month, I've noticed that this month wasn't as clear. Even the trades that we took, a lot of the trades we took were the first 2 weeks. After that, we haven't really traded these last 2 weeks, right? This week and last week, we haven't really traded. There hasn't been anything that's super clean, right? Like, we've taken, you know, the 3 break-even trades. It's actually 4. Like, the 4 break-even trades that we have been in this week and last week, pretty much. And it's just, we get an entry and then price goes up, you know, 10-15 pips, and then goes right back down to the same entry point. So it's like, fuck, and then it goes completely opposite. You know, and then there was like 2 or 3 trades last week, and there was one this week that was pretty good trades that were taken. So it's not like we've been on a drought, but it's been a lot slower than I would like. It's right if the market moves different than what I anticipated, but it's really annoying when it just doesn't move and create reoccurring consolidation. I agree. Right? Like, if we take this trade, this is my thought process, right? Like, right now this trade looks very good, right? But again, knowing that there's USD news, there's just a lot of things to take into consideration. Like, we have USD news coming in. It's Friday. Fridays are the days where I've been fucked over so many times that I put it in my trading journal, like, I'm not trading Fridays. So I only trade Fridays if my setup is there. Like, my setup with the fib, my setup with the EMAs, my setup with price action. If everything looks crystal clear, my rules 1 through 6, if they're all being followed on a Friday, I'll take the trade. But like, for example, a trade like this for today, you know, I'm looking for price to push up, right? Technically speaking, we're still in a downtrend BOS, right? Because our previous BOS, we had this high, this low broke, which gave us this high and this low. So technically speaking, we had a change of character here at this price point going down, and this could be a pullback, right? A rejection of all the fibs, all the rules, right? It could just be a rejection of the highs to then continue going down, which would make sense because we had a higher high in an internal structure, right? We had higher high, higher low, higher high, equal low, lower high, and then lower low, and we finally broke below this low. We broke below this low, and price started pushing up a little bit, and now it's failing to make new highs. It's just throwing wicks at the top, and look how, like, you know, even though these candles are moving slow, we can still see that with the wicks. Right, we're making new highs with the wicks, but we're failing to break above these highs over here. So at this point, it's like, okay, if we enter this trade going long, right, because we have, that's what we're looking for. Number one, we're looking for this to start going up. If we enter this going long, we could still go down. right? Because internal structure and the BOS structure, we're still going downtrending. It's still downtrending, still making lower lows and lower highs, right? We had this low, had this high, this lower low, and this lower high, right? So like, am I gonna enter going long when price is still giving me lower lows and lower highs, external structure, even though the internal might still be looking like it's higher highs and higher lows? So this is just one of those trades where we could just be faked out. And then again, if we say that this is a split zone of consolidation, which we could say, right, this entire zone is a consolidating zone, right now we'd be in the middle of that zone. So even if we enter this trade and we lose, going either direction, we already know why we lost, right? Like, we're in the middle of the consolidation zone. This could go either way, right? The fact that we even have this little BOS and price has still really hasn't exploded to the side that we'd want it to, it gives me a lot of doubt. It gives me so much doubt. There's no reason to trade that. Let me see. There was one that I saw that pretty much, like, AU is the same thing. AU is, we're in this little zone of consolidation with small BOS structure. Like, there's just no point in entering this trade. And then again, just based on where we're at in the pattern, same as the other pair, right? Like, the only difference was the other pair made a new low. AU hasn't reached that yet. So that's the only reason I could be like, okay, yeah, we're still looking for downtrends on this. But then again, if we just look at it like this, where we say this was the low of the trend, right? 1, 2, trap falls real into 3, and then we have this zone going up 1, and then this would just be the zone of consolidation, right? That would make sense, and we're at the lower consolidation to go up. But again, there's two different things that I could see happening here. And then again, the fact that we have this zone of consolidation makes it a lot harder to trade. Price is just going everywhere. Higher high, higher low, higher high, lower low, lower high, low, higher low, equal highs. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? So this is just one of those days. Like I said, there was a few pairs for today. We're not gonna say there hasn't been, right? Overnight there was 2 pairs that made 100% money moves, right? And with one of them being USD ZAR. But when it comes to right now NYC session, there's nothing else that I could say like, oh yeah, this looks beautiful, let's take this trade. Nothing. GJs and peak highs, so again, same situation. The JPY is in the same situation. So, to be honest, this might be, I might be done for the day. I'm not gonna be, might not stay here. See, USD CHF just broke structure here. No uptrend. This is just big structure here. But if we look, we go back and we do our little due diligence, right? We had this break. Let's start from here. These big moves, right? We had this break give us this high and this low. So technically speaking, right, because this isn't a significant pullback, if we say this is the low, technically speaking, we're still trading. This is a whole zone of consolidation, and we're trading between this high and this low. But then if I were to say there's too many days, right? There's too much patience in this, right? We have this low, give us this high, give us this, give us this break, give us this break, give us this break. Or we'll say this break. Now we're trading between this low and this high. This low broke, gave us this high. This low broke, gave us this high. Broke, and then that's where we're at now exactly. So we had this break. So now we have this low and a new high that's being made. So it's like, bro, am I like too big of zones? And I know we're not gonna get. The fuck. I don't have this marked here. Oh no, this is the one that also we were looking for a level 3 a few months ago, and it kept pushing down. So that is why I'm not looking at this either. So USD CHF is done for. UJ, I'm looking for price to push down, but then again, we go and we look at where we're at. Right, we were at one point downtrending, went right back to the top of peak high territory. We have this little zone here, which was, you know, the first break, change of character. See, price rejected it, right, with the wick. continued to go down. Not only did it reject it, but then it also gave us a change of character in the process. So at this point, I want to see a little bit more structure to continue going down, because we have clean traffic to continue going down. But I'm gonna wait it out on UJ. Then gold, a little bit different situation here. Let's see. Gold and silver. Again, technically speaking, we're trading in an uptrend now. We had this break, it was this low and this high. So it's pretty much it. Like, all the other pairs already did ADR for the day. So that news coming in at 8:30, I'm not really going to be expecting a lot of movement to happen. The only pair that might move a lot today is GJ. Based on the fact that yesterday it didn't move, I already know that today is going to be one of those days where ADR is going to be fucking high as hell. And if we look in the 4 hour, we had these two candles. You know what time? We have 2 more hours left for this 4 hour candle. I see this little zone here. If price ends up closing above this zone, we could expect it to continue going up. If price closes above here in the 4 hour time frame, because in the 1 hour you can see, yeah, price closed above, but it was just testing. It really wouldn't be until this green candle that's on right now. If this 1 hour candle closes above, we could continue. We could say that this is going to continue to go up, even in the 4 hour as well. You can see all these were testing. No, I'm not going to say that in the 1 hour because of this green candle here. This green candle closed above and then continued to go down. So yeah, the candle I want to see break above and close above would be the 4 hour. So at 9 o'clock we'll look at this again. We'll keep looking at it anyway. 8:30, so 30 minutes after the news is when we could get a potential entry on GJ. So we'll see. That's pretty much it. Yeah, GJ's in peak high, so I wouldn't want to look for an entry, but we'll keep an eye on it for the sake of the stream. Right, the ones that we do want to keep an eye on for sure is NZD USD. Again, we're looking for price to start pushing up. We had BOS today. Technically speaking, we're in a downtrend pattern because we had this BOS break. It was this high and this low. High hasn't been broken yet, so let's see. Again, we're in this little BOS retest from the top, so even in the 15-minute, like, what do I see? I can see this happening. This is literally what's happening right now. This is what's happening right now in the structure. This is telling me that it's downtrend. What's happening right now? This low, this high, this little push here, this push here, this push here, BOS, retest, push 2, retest, push 3, right? And then we have higher low, lower high, lower low, right? And then the retest of structure to then continue going down. Literally, this, what I have drawn here is exactly what's going on here. Right, and then if I were to look at it like that, again, if I was just looking at it like this, just simple market structure, this looks like it's going to continue to go down, even though we had a BOS, all of that. We have to wait for structures right now. Everything is iffy. Yep. You know, we had this imbalance with no top wick, so we already knew price had to come up here and cover the zone. Covered the zone, respected that high that was made, right, to give us this push, which was here, gave us an equal high instead, and then continued the downtrend. So again, like, the moves are made already. If I were to be trading Asia session, right, if I were to wake up into Asia, you know, end of Asia, start of London, right, this would have been an entry opportunity. BOS of the high, retest, boom, to continue going up. Right, we would cash out at 30 pips, exactly 30 pips. Was a daily candle same for NZD USD? See, I don't really. Daily's indecisive at this point. Created a wick at the top, rejected the top, failed to make a new high on the daily time frame, and then the low is the same thing. Right, we trading it like this. We had this break, right? This break going down, so we're trading between this high and this low. It's really just indecisive at this point. Red candle has top wicks. All these 4-hour candles have top wicks and bottom wicks. So even if we're basing it off of that, there's really nothing that I could be like, oh yeah, this is why. Right? So I don't know. The 4-hour kind of same situation. We had this low, right? This low gave us this high and this low. So even in the 4-hour, we're trading between this high over here and this low over here. Everything in between that have just been fake outs, right? In the 4-hour, this green candle doesn't have a top wick. So we already know price had to make a top wick before we go down, and it did that with this next red candle. Closed below, right? It closed as the equal high and then started going down. So then the next green candle here doesn't have a bottom wick. The 4-hour. So again, the fact that we don't have a bottom wick could also tell me that this is going down. So again, and it would just make sense. Again, we're just looking at structures. Based on how structure looks right now, the fact that we made the new lows already, we broke here, we failed to make new highs, is telling me that we're getting ready to start going down. GJ is still above, and then gold still. Yeah, we're in this consolidating zone. This could be a little retest, right, but we're going right back to that retest. So Okay. I want to take a look at this real quick. Might not be in the daily time pattern. Maybe the 4 hour. Oh, I hope it's not the 4 hour, because if it's the 4 hour, then it's too big of a pattern for the 4 hour. February 9. Oh no. From the top, we had this is where it starts not making sense. 1, 2, 3, peak low, 1. What do you say? There's a whole zone consolidation here. Right now we're in the middle of that. Low, lower, high, higher, low. Now we were to zoom in and went to the 4 hour. I'm gonna change a character here. Push 1, push 2. Could be looking for a pullback. Push 1. Second, push 2. This could be it. Push 3. We have this gap, so let's look for gaps on the 30-minute time. I know TradingView doesn't have all of them, but you have a gap down here. You have this gap up here that was filled 3 days after, which was here. You have these gaps down here. I'm assuming the indexes follow. We got until 9. We don't got shit else to do, so let's look at Wordle. Or we have until 8:30. So why is my shit not dark mode? We need 4 letters. Damn. Let's see what word do I think about today? Today is Friday, end of the month, something motivated maybe. Let's see what 5-letter word. How long till 8? We have 40 minutes left. Okay. And the letter R and the letter A. Well, that doesn't help. So that's not good. Alright, so the letter A is the fourth. The letter R is either the third or the first. I'm gonna assume that the R is the third letter. R-A. R-A. Can't be R-A. Has to be R as the first letter. Yeah, what's the word? I know that there's no E, but I need to start. Okay, there you go. I need to start fucking getting letters on the board. So it's T, R, and A. Again, the R is not in the second, the T is not in the first. T is not at the end either. So T is not the first, T is not the last. R is not the second, R is not the last. So R is R something T A. No E. My bad. R something T. R no T A. No fucking clue. It's tough, I know, right? R is the third letter. T has to be the second, so T-R-A. It has to be T-R-A. Fuck. What word is it? Oh. We got it. Alright, taking a look. Let's see. We're gonna get another. See if we were to be looking for rises, right? For this to start going up. NZD USD. This will be the retest, another retest of the zone. This red candle. Like I said, I don't think this is gonna go up. It doesn't look like it's gonna go up. Does not look likely to go up. there's a few reasons. We have number one reason would be this green candle with no bottom wick. Number two reason would be, nope, I was gonna say this green, but it gave us a bottom wick with the red candle, so it already, and this green candle with no bottom wick either. GJ, we said we gotta wait until 9 o'clock for the 4-hour candle to close, so we still got an hour and a half. And then gold, waiting till 9, or waiting till 8:30, or what time's the news? 8:30? I keep forgetting. News at 8:30, so we'll just wait for 8:30 then for gold. So keep an eye on gold on GJ here. It's another game we could play. I need something else. GJ 7:30 candle, open green. NZD USD, awesome, open green. We have a low, we have a high, we have a higher low, higher high. This would be a higher low if we don't break below these lows here. And the fact that right now we're trading between this support at the top and this resistance here at the bottom. Minute we broke below. So, oh, and the 30 as well, my bad. Below this low here. So yeah, I don't know. It looks like we gotta keep going down. Gold, same situation as before, nothing new. Oh man. Honestly, I might turn the stream off, and today's Friday. I might turn it back on later tonight, and I'm gonna update my charts. I'm gonna redo a lot of my charts tonight. I don't know if you will be on, but I'll probably turn the stream back on at like 5-6 p.m. and I'm gonna just remark my charts, all of them, and we'll get ready for the new month. We'll look for the weeks as well. I'll mark up everything tonight. I'll mark up the new weeks, um, and I'll see. And cause really, there's really nothing for today, bro. Like we have that news coming in in an hour, but you know, like at this point, we just be guessing where we want price to go to. You know what I mean? Probably be asleep at 5 p.m. Alright, no problem. Today's Friday. I usually do the stream. Tomorrow, no, on either tomorrow or Sunday, I'll do the weekly analysis stream. I'll probably do it on. If I do it tomorrow, it's gonna be early. It'll probably be the same time as today, probably like 6. I'll turn the stream on like 6:30. I'll do the analysis tomorrow morning or Sunday morning, whichever works best. And we'll start the week off like that. But yeah, for me that's pretty much it. Like I'm not gonna keep looking at this, I'm gonna be honest. Just wait it out and see how next week starts looking. Alright guys, appreciate y'all for being here.